Well, I'm sure all of you are praying very much right now for me to have a short homily. Remember one time in church when there was a time before air conditioning, one priest got up wearing sweltering vestments, everybody else was off sweating, and he stood up after proclaiming the gospel and he said, "It's hot as hell in here." He said, "Think about it." And then he did the creed. The great Florentine poet Dante Alighieri does indeed have in his writing the Inferno a place called hell, but it is rather than being hot, it is cold and frozen because it is devoid of the warmth of love and compassion, empathy and selflessness. And that is probably what is the difference between a world that is on fire with the love of God and a world that is simply on fire with love of money or love of greed, love of running after things for self rather than the things of God. I had a wedding couple come in getting ready to be married. They had to put it off until next year, so now it's going to be May 1st of 2021. But one girl, a young lady getting married, was baptized in the Emmanuel Episcopal Church, and the young man who's Catholic was baptized at his Catholic Church of, is it St. Mary's? Let me see here. Immaculate Conception. And I looked at their baptismal certificates, and the one for the young man who's Catholic, it says, "This is to certify that he was baptized on November 25th in the Church of the Immaculate Conception in Hampton, Virginia." Hers said, "Baptized on January 8th at Emmanuel Episcopal Church at Harrisburg, Virginia." But then it said this, "and has thereby been raised to new life in Christ and made a member of God's household, the church, and a servant in God's kingdom." Raised to new life in Christ, made a member of God's household, the church, and a servant in God's kingdom. This is the path to sainthood. It is knowing that our souls are washed clean in the blood that Christ shed on the cross, and we are called to be a new nation, a holy priesthood, a royal assembly called by God to be his own. And the important thing is, come hell or high water, come flame of heat, or brisk of cold, this is your calling and our calling. This is our calling for you and I. And so although it is not a hot day, it is a cold day. And remember how cold hell is. Think about it.